Chapter 064, Business War and Bunny Girls. As per custom, the city's annual meeting kicked off with a speech from the local leadership. A lot of boilerplate, as expected. The key development direction of Suzhou and Hangzhou next year will focus on environmental protection. We must reduce carbon emissions. The mayor droned on for nearly 30 minutes, highlighting green initiatives and industrial restructuring. It was all polite applause and sleepy expressions, until Wang Yichui stood up, calm and poised, but with clear fire in her eyes. Tang Wang Group fully supports the city's green initiatives. However, I must raise a concern. The Longchen Group has built a chemical plant in the southern district, discharging large quantities of wastewater and causing significant environmental damage. Gasps. Eyes shifted. Tang Yu leaned back in his seat, already guessing what would follow. And he was right. Moments later, the Tang family and Qin family also stood up, each raising different concerns about Longchen Group's ethics, business practices, and regulatory violations. It was a corporate ambush. The message was clear. The three great families were officially declaring war. The rest of the business community watched in silence, and then, one by one, began calculating how they could benefit from Longchen's fall. By the end of the meeting, Longchen Group had become public enemy number one. Back in the Qin family limo, Old Master Qin rubbed his temples. He turned to his granddaughter with a sigh. But Qin, what's going on between you and that Tang boy today? He didn't need an answer. He'd seen it all on the ballroom floor. The duet, the looks, the body language, the energy. Before Qin Kexin could even reply, Qin Ming jumped in like an excited puppy. Grandpa, what's there to ask? Sis and Big Bro are totally meant to be. You can't fight fate. Thwack. The cane hit Qin Ming's head before he could blink. Meant to be? You bring home one more internet celebrity and you're out of the Qin family. Qin Ming winced, rubbing his head but still grinning. Kexin hesitated, then admitted softly, Grandpa, I really do like Tang Yu. The old man sighed again. He's already engaged to Su Muyue. If you get involved now, it'll be messy. But Qin Kexin's voice was firm. That doesn't matter to me. I've already made up my mind. Meanwhile, over in the Wang family car, Old Master Wang delivered his own speech. No, that Tang boy's not bad, but he's already got someone else. Grandpa, said Wang Yishui, flipping her hair with a smirk, don't worry about it. I'll handle this. Handle what? Tomorrow. Bunny girl outfit, endgame. The old man opened his mouth, then closed it. He knew when he was out of his depth. In the Su family vehicle, things were different. No mu yue, said Su Chongshan, his tone casual but loaded. You really should be more proactive. A man like that, he won't stay on the shelf forever. I know, Dad. When I was your age, I was more popular than him, you know? You want to know how your mother caught me? No, absolutely not. She got me drunk, slept with me, then said she was pregnant. Bam. You. The driver swerved slightly. The car nearly hit a tree. Dad! What? I'm saying you've got options. Wine works. Back at the Tang estate, Tang Yu flopped onto a plush carpet and called out, Oi, Ling Han, you're up. She walked in, sighing internally. Still, she sat down, letting him rest his head in her lap. Her fingers gently massaged his temples. Ah, now this is peace, Tang Yu muttered. The outside world is too dangerous. Dangerous? Ling Han raised a brow. What happened? These girls are crazy. In front of everyone, they're grabbing my hands like it's a clearance sale. Now all of Suhang thinks I'm a harem villain. How will I ever hit on anyone again? Ling Han barely kept a straight face. This guy really is shameless. Still, the comfort of the Tang household had started to affect her. For the first time in years, she felt relaxed, almost safe. But just as Tang Yu was getting comfortable, his phone buzzed. Tang Royu. He answered with one eye open. Big bro, you got time? That issue we talked about. The fake accounts. I found something. Can we meet at the company? Tang Yu grinned. Bingo, the bait worked. Sure, he replied, keeping his voice calm. See you soon. He hung up, stretched, and got to his feet. So you finally want to feed me to the Grim Reaper squad, huh? All right, dog, let's dance. Ling Han, who overheard everything, tensed. She knew about the Reaper squad. She knew how dangerous they were. And she knew Tang Yu, for all his posturing, wasn't a true fighter. Not yet. As Tang Yu grabbed his coat and bolted out the door, Ling Han stood up. I can't let him go alone. She quickly followed. Tang Yu, meanwhile, had a plan. His defense was rock solid thanks to his immovable king body skill. But offense? That was the problem. The meat's ready. I just need a chef. He pulled out his phone and began dialing. Hey, I need backup. Real backup. A slow smile spread across his face. Chapter 065. Masters, Meat Shields, and a Snake's Invitation. During this time, in preparation for crushing Ye Chen, the three major families began throwing money at the problem specifically. To recruit ancient martial arts masters, the Tang family landed 2 of them. Both were yellow rank, which technically made them the bottom tier of the ancient martial hierarchy: heaven, earth, Xuan, and yellow. But that was like saying a bottom-tier student from Qingbei was still an average guy. In reality, still elite. The 2 masters were father and son Huang Tianrui in his 60s, steady and reserved. Huang Dengxia, early 40s, with a perpetual expression of someone who thought everyone else was beneath him. Upon meeting Tang Yu, they gave the briefest of nods. Tang Xiao called distant, but not unexpected. Tang Yu didn't take it personally. According to the logic of every hot-blooded web novel, true masters always hated working for rich second-generation young masters, especially villain types. They always made a fuss. I'm only doing this because I was paid, don't take it personally. Fair enough. I'm heading out soon, Tang Yu told them. There'll be some trouble on the road, powerful ones. Don't act too soon. Let me play with them first. When it's time, I'll signal. You finish the job. Truth was, these 2 weren't enough to take down the Reaper squad. All 4 members were elite yellow rank and worse, peak yellow rank, with a reputation for punching well above their weight class. Tang Yu just needed closers, not frontliners. From the look in their eyes, the Huang duo didn't take him seriously. Huang Zhengxia even scoffed. Tang Xiao, we were told this was a job for dealing with masters. If it's just about bullying a few bodyguards, maybe call someone else? Tang Yu waved lazily. Yeah, don't worry. You'll get to fight and probably get your ass kicked. But hey, contract's a contract. The 2 Huang martial artists got into a low-key Audi and followed behind Tang Yu's flaming green Lamborghini. Inside the Audi, Zhengxia complained to his father, Dad, what is this? We're working for some arrogant rich kid now? They said this was a mission worth our skills. Let's see it through, Huang Tianrui sighed. If it's really beneath us, we'll resign after today. They arrived at Male Foods, where Tang Royu was already waiting, smiling like the two-faced dog he was. Brother, you came. Thanks for making the trip. How's the fake account investigation? Tang Yu asked, tone flat but amused. He already knew this was a setup. Royu had contacted the Reaper squad to arrange an ambush. The fake accounting scandal was just bait. It's been handled. We've even arrested the guy who did it. Royu laughed. But let's talk it over at dinner. Just us brothers. Sure, it's been a while since we ate together. Where to? I know a good countryside farmhouse restaurant. Let's take my car. He looked longingly at Tang Yu's Lamborghini. Jealousy flared in his eyes. That poison green supercar should be mine. The Tang family's wealth, all of it, should belong to me. You go ahead, Tang Yu replied. My passenger seat only allows women. He smiled and stepped into Tang Royu's Bentley. Behind them, the Audi with the Huang father and son trailed quietly. Let's see how the Reaper squad handles a guy with passive full defense. Meanwhile, on a remote hillside overlooking the road, 4 men in black suits lounged in the grass, smoking. They were the Reaper squad elite agents of the Dragon Soul organization, and Ye Chen's most dangerous enforcers, second only to the 8 war generals. How long until target arrives? Asked the leader, a wiry man with 12 fingers and eyes that gleamed with calculation. Maybe 20 minutes, said one. Good, let's toy with him a bit. Ever hear what happened to Long Laoba? Squatting in prison now, right? Another laughed. They all chuckled. The fact that one of the 8 war generals of the Dragon Soul was now rotting in jail was hilarious to them and embarrassing for the organization. Guy's a disgrace, 12 Fingers sneered. If it weren't for Ye Chen, what the hell would he be? Nothing. The squad nodded. They didn't say it out loud, but most of them agreed. Ye Chen didn't deserve to be Dragon King. If not for nepotism, being the former Dragon King's biological son, he wouldn't have the title at all. The man who should be Dragon King? Lu Junzuo, second ranked among the 8 war generals, superior in tactics, strength, and leadership, and the man who trained the Reaper squad personally. This mission isn't for Ye Chen, said 12 Fingers, voice sharp. That this is for Lu Shao. When we kill Tang Yu and offer his head to Lu Shao, everyone will see. They'll see who really deserves to lead. That's how we rise. We become the next 8 generals. His voice grew louder, more fervent. The others stood, clenched fists raised. Big brother, second brother, third brother, fourth brother. A battle cry to celebrate the chaos to come. Tang Yu, meanwhile, leaned back in his seat and smirked. A Grim Reaper squad, huh? Let's see what you've got. Just hope you brought your A game. My meat's ready and I've brought cleanup. Chapter 066. The Reaper Squad had just finished shouting their war cry when their eyes locked on their target. There Tang Yu's green Lamborghini creeping up the mountain road, flanked by a Bentley. The four assassins instantly sprang into action like cheetahs on the hunt. With a flick of his wrist, the thin-faced leader hurled a dagger. Crack! The blade pierced the windshield of the Bentley, startling Tang Royu so badly he nearly swerved into a tree. What the hell? Face pale, Tang Royu slammed the brakes and turned to Tang Yu with forced anger. Brother, looks like trouble. I'll go teach them a lesson. The dashcam was rolling. He had to put on a show of fake loyalty. Go ahead, Tang Yu replied, smiling faintly. Acting so hard, you should win a Dragon TV award. Royu climbed out and dashed toward the assassins like a hero from an idol drama only, to be promptly karate-chopped in the neck and sent crumpling like laundry. With a sigh, Tang Yu stepped out of the car. His gaze swept across the four men clad in black suits and tactical boots. Yu Chen sent you? The dead don't need answers, the shortest man growled, and rushed forward, fist cocked. Bam! His punch landed clean on Tang Yu's cheek. And nothing happened. Tang Yu didn't even blink. The man froze, stunned. This wasn't possible. He was a peak yellow rank ancient martial master. That punch should have knocked out a bull. Instead, it was like he'd struck a stone pillar. That's it? Didn't eat today? Tang Yu asked coolly. The ridicule stung. The assassin's face flushed. Don't get cocky, tiger fist! He launched into a classic form, shape, intent tiger style, channeling all his power into a roaring strike aimed at Tang Yu's chest. Wham! Still, no reaction. Tang Yu stood like an unbothered Buddha statue. The man stepped back, looking as if he'd just hit a truck with a fly swatter. You're pretending, right? Sure, Tang Yu shrugged, lips twitching. Pretending? No, my dude. This is called passive immortality. Blame the system's immovable king body skill. You could bring an RPG, and it'd tickle. Eagle hook nose! Dragon tiger combo! The assassin called desperately. Another man charged in. Together, the two launched a dual attack punches, aimed at both sides of Tang Yu's face. Wham! Wham! Still no movement. Tang Yu yawned. Help? You call that help? Then with a flourish, he delivered two crisp slaps. Smack! Smack! Help, huh? Smack! Smack! Tiger fist, right? Their faces burned with humiliation. The hits didn't hurt, but the disrespect? That was lethal. We attacked together! All four men moved in sync. Their footwork danced across the gravel, fists blurring as they surrounded Tang Yu in a flurry of strikes. To onlookers, it was like watching four shadows pummeling an unmoving mountain. 50 meters away, two men watched from behind a stone wall. Huang Tianrui and Huang Jungxia Tang Yu's recently hired ancient martial arts mercenaries. They were stunned. Jungxia's voice trembled. They're all peak yellow rank, like us. But Tang Xiao hasn't moved an inch. Tianrui's face was pale, cold sweat sliding down his spine. To stand still and take hits from four peak masters like this. That's not yellow rank. Then what is he? At least earth rank, Tianrui whispered. Maybe higher. Jungxia swallowed hard. They called us to protect him? This monster doesn't need protection. He's the apex predator. Then something occurred to him. Why isn't he fighting back? You fool, Tianrui said sharply. And that's the lesson. Tang Xiao is testing us, showing us, guiding us. To fight alongside him is to be under the tutelage of a divine master. This is a teaching moment. Jungxia felt shame creep into his chest. Earlier, he disrespected Tang Yu. Now he wanted to kneel and beg for forgiveness. From now on, Tianrui said solemnly, we follow his orders without hesitation, even if he tells us to attack Japan. Yes, father. Back on the roadside battlefield, Tang Yu checked his imaginary watch. Okay, let them cook. Now it's time to eat. He raised a hand and calmly stretched. All right. You had your fun. The four assassins froze mid-punch. Crack. Tang Yu's knee shot forward like lightning hitting one in the gut and folding him in half. The others reeled back, suddenly feeling a shift in pressure around him. You thought this was a playground? Damn, his hand blurred. Smack, pow, crack. In under 5 seconds, all four Reaper Squad members were on the ground, coughing blood and groaning. Tang Yu dusted his coat and looked up the hill. Come on down, meat shields. Cleanup duty. Chapter 067. Unbreakable, unbothered, unbelievable. The storm of attacks crashed against Tang Yu like a raging hurricane. But to him, it was a spring breeze brushing against a mountain. The Fudo Mu body, in its perfected form, did not simply resist damage, it nullified it. An invisible aura clung to his body like divine armor. The combined power of 4 elite martial masters couldn't even wrinkle his shirt. Each strike glanced off, each kick harmlessly deflected by an unseen force, leaving the 4 elite killers of the Reaper squad increasingly unhinged. They'd trained in the deadliest arts, fought in war zones, killed monsters and men alike, but now they were facing something else entirely. Not a man, a wall. 5 minutes of full-force 4-on-1 combat had passed, and Tang Yu hadn't taken a single step. The 4 assassins panted, dripping sweat. Their true chi was depleted. Their confidence shattered. The hooked-nosed assassin, the most vicious of the 4, made a last-ditch move. With a sharp flick of the wrist, he unsheathed a military-grade dagger. His target? Tang Yu's chrysanthemum. No matter how strong a man is, some places are always weak. Bad move. Clank. The blade hit its mark and bounced off. The assassin's hand vibrated violently as if he'd stabbed an iron wall. You think my sphincter's the same as Ye Chen's trash-tier anus? Tang Yu slapped him across the face. Get serious. The Reaper squad collectively backpedaled, faces pale with terror. The rhythm of their breathing was ragged, shaky. Fear gripped them. 5 minutes of fighting, Tang Yu said, as he slowly reached into his pocket. And you've got nothing. They flinched, ready to bolt. Then he calmly pulled out a cigarette, lit it, blew a slow smoke ring. You're not even worth hitting. I'm afraid if I do, you'll all die before I can enjoy the moment. The 4 exchanged glances. That wasn't a bluff. This wasn't just strength. It was pressure Dragon King level pressure. Except Ye Chen wouldn't have lasted 2 minutes under their combined assault. This man had toyed with them like children. Who are you? The thin-faced leader stammered. Someone you can't afford to piss off, Tang Yu said lazily, taking another drag. But I'll spell it out for you. You are trash. At his side, he raised one hand. The Reaper squad flinched violently. They didn't see the 2 figures charging from the rear slope. But Tang Yu did. Cleanup crews here. Boom. Huang Tianrui and his son Huang Zhengxia rushed in with practiced movements. Though not quite as strong as the Reaper squad, the enemy was gassed out, demoralized, and mentally broken. In under 30 seconds, the once terrifying Reaper squad was tied up and groaning on the ground like a group of overworked stuntmen. Tang Xiao, Huang Tianrui said reverently, what now? Tang Yu was about to answer take them to the cops and let the law deal with them when he noticed something. One of the assassins had 12 fingers. Tang Yu's eyes narrowed. 12 fingers. That matches a character from the original story. But that guy wasn't supposed to show up for 400 more chapters. He stepped forward. What's your name? The man hesitated, then muttered, Deng He. Tang Yu's heart skipped. Damn it, it's him. This guy's supposed to work for a major villain faction that hasn't even formed yet. The plot's unraveling. Tang Yu took a deep breath, waving his hand dismissively. Send them to the police. Yes, Tang Xiao. Huang Tianrui and his son hauled the captives off, visibly in awe. Even after all that, he follows the law. What a man. Tang Yu watched them go, then glanced back at the unconscious form of Tang Ruoyu, the second-rate cousin, and attempted traitor. Good opportunity. Tang Yu rolled up his sleeves and walked over. Smack. Kick. Bam. For 5 glorious minutes, he treated Ruoyu like a living stress ball. Fainting? Not my problem. Betrayal? Here's one for that. Trying to kill me and failing? Take 3 more. Satisfied, Tang Yu whistled as he tossed Ruoyu into the passenger seat and drove him to the hospital. He left him in the emergency room. Still breathing, barely. No point killing a pig teammate. He'll just respawn as a worse boss. Not far away, a figure leapt from a tree branch and landed silently. Ling Han. She had watched the entire encounter, from the first punch to the final beatdown. She knew the Reaper squad's strength. They were nearly unmatched in the yellow rank, and they couldn't even break Tang Yu's defensive aura. He knew I was an assassin, and he let me live. He knew everything about me, and still trusted me. Is it because he likes me? Her heart raced, her cheeks flushed. Maybe next time he asks me to rub his back, I'll just go. Back in his car, Tang Yu lit another cigarette and leaned back. The plot's definitely going sideways now. He called the system. Hey, dog system, why are characters showing up early? Ding. Warning, plot collapse detected. Please proceed with caution. Plot collapse? What the hell does that mean? No answer. Then suddenly visions. Blurry images flashing through his mind. Scenes of his own death, over and over. By different hands, different places, different enemies. Then just as suddenly they vanished. His memories reset like a glitched cutscene. He blinked, confused. Hey system, Where's my reward? Ding. Reward delivered. Delivered where? I didn't get any skill. No answer, just silence. Far across the globe, in a dusty hangar in Central Africa, a lone delivery drone dropped a crate addressed to Tang Yu, priority reward, handle with care. Inside, a glowing artifact, completely unguarded, and very, very stolen. Chapter 068, The Dragon King's Shadow, Burkina Faso, a name that, when translated into Chinese, literally meant the land of righteous gentlemen. It was ironic, really. He Hejin, former Tang family bodyguard captain, had been exiled here. But strangely enough, he was thriving. Nobody here cared about power or politics. The days were slow, peaceful. Work ended at 3 p.m., sharp. He could drink tea, lift weights, or nap until sunset. Until the news came. The Tang family was recruiting. Not just anyone ancient martial masters. Real cultivators. When he heard this, it hit him like a truck. Tang Xiao is recruiting gubu experts? Then what the hell am I doing here, drinking beiju and tanning my belly? He Jin, once proud to be Tang Yu's loyal shield, suddenly felt like a fossil. So he began his new life. Every morning he trained like a man possessed. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, 10 kilometers, rain or shine. If Tang Xiao needed warriors, then damn it, he'd give him warriors. That very afternoon, while wiping sweat from his brow, one of his subordinates handed him a package. Mr. Hay, this just arrived. Sent by Tang Xiao. He Jin's eyes lit up. He rushed into his room, tore open the seal, and found inside a polished Namu wood box, an ancient martial arts manual. The Dragon Elephant Scripture, Tang Xiao. He still remembers me. Tears welled in He Jin's eyes. This was no ordinary gift. This was an ancient cultivation technique, a treasure that couldn't be bought, no matter how much gold you threw at the seller. And this one didn't demand extraordinary talent. It only demanded pain. Tang Xiao's kindness. He Jin can only repay with his life. He slammed his hand on the table, eyes blazing. Starting tomorrow, gather 100 locals with martial talent. I will forge an army for Tang Xiao, the strongest in Africa. Meanwhile, at He Family Private Hospital, Ye Chen lay in bed staring at the ceiling. He felt wrong. Something was off. The Reaper Squad should have checked in hours ago. 4 elite killers, specialists in combined techniques. They never failed a mission. Never. And now, radio silence. A chill crept up his spine. Tang Yu, what did you do? He clenched his fist, then hissed. Pain stabbed through his lower half. The wound in his chrysanthemum had reopened. Again, damn it. Can't even get angry properly. He gritted his teeth and called for the nurse. Get someone from the He family. I need to find out what's going on. 15 minutes later, He Huyen entered the room with her usual calm grace, her expression unreadable. Mr. Yi, you were looking for me? Ye Chen nodded, forcing a smile. Miss He, I need help. I sent 4 men out earlier. They haven't reported back. Before he could finish, a voice cut him off coldly from the hallway. No need to look. They're in prison. The door opened, and in walked a tall, handsome man with an air of noble arrogance and a mocking smirk tugging at the right side of his lips. Lu Junzhuo. Ye Chen's heart sank. Junior brother? You were in France. When did you arrive? Today, Lu Junzhuo said casually, stepping inside with his hands in his pockets. A master sent me after hearing about your incident. His gaze flicked to Ye Chen's awkward posture. The former Dragon King. Laid out, injured. And worst of all, no pants. Master wants you to rest, Lu said. He told me to take over the Suhang mess. The words hit Ye Chen like a slap to the face. They're replacing me. His pride screamed, but his body stayed limp. Did something really happen to the Reaper Squad? He asked tightly. Lu Junzhuo's smile widened. All arrested, 4 men crushed publicly. Ye Chen's heart thumped harder. His Grim Reapers defeated? Caught? Impossible. Unless... He stared harder at Lu. You broke through. Lu didn't answer. He didn't need to. The aura around him radiated pressure. The peak of the Zhuangzi realm. 1 step from the Earth realm. While Ye Chen, once known as the Dragon King, was still stuck in the middle stage. Lu turned toward the door. Take care, senior brother. I'll be handling Suhang now. Hey Huyen, shall we? Hui followed without hesitation. Outside the ward, she glanced sideways at him. So you're in charge now? Yes, Lu grinned. The dragon had jade pendant around his neck, glinting faintly. What Ye Chen can do, I can do better. And what Ye Chen can't do, I'll still do better. He Hui raised a delicate brow. You're confident. No. Lu Junzhuo's smile deepened into something darker. I'm inevitable. This jade pendant was no ordinary trinket. When he was 7, a drop of his blood had fallen on it. That moment awakened a powerful ancient martial inheritance. A cultivation path left behind by a being from the heavenly realm, a realm so legendary it was thought to exist only in myth. Now his time had come. This chessboard Yi Chen left behind. He would flip it. Every business, every ally, every woman. He'd take them all. Starting with Tang Yu, the wild card no one had accounted for. And if that bastard resists, I'll bury him too.